eat today. Really full. I had enough already. But you guys, I just came here for a little short, quick segment. Just for a short one. Oh my goodness. All right. So yeah, today I got something weird. Check the door. I don't want nobody to hear me. But today I got something weird. Well, a weird text in a group chat, and it's like it came from people that I know, but they seem to think that the rapture is supposed to happen tonight. Now, me personally, y'all do know what the word says. So why y'all believing people on YouTube and conspiracy theory? You know, I don't understand it. But it's like y'all taking it a little too far for real. Hell, I almost want to ask, before you go, can I borrow $20? Since you think, look, since you think you finna get up on out of here, I want to ask, can I borrow 20 or 30 or 40 or 50? Like y'all sound crazy than a mug, like for real. But yeah, I be like, oh, I ain't gonna lie to you, I have to put some of them put that little group chat in on mute because I'm like, y'all not finna. You can't predict that. Can't nobody predict that at all. Hell, can you go to a psychic and can they tell you they can't? You know, and psychics they really are talking. Look, they are really talking to demons. You know, they really are. They really are. But if you support that, go right ahead with that. I ain't going. I'm not going for that. You know, mm-mm, I ain't going for that. Not at all. But it is what it is. But you know what? Sometimes you guys, I want to say this too. Sometimes you guys, some people may get my comments misconstrued that I'm talking about them. Now, when I say what I say, I mean what I say, and I'm saying it in a nice correct way, so people can have some understanding if they offended me or not. But one thing I don't like is for people to play in my face or be trying to be funny, you know being funny and shit like that can really just makes me like maybe I just need to just stay on my end and then you stay on your end because there's no need for it. You know, it's no need for it, especially when I'm not trying to be funny over here on my end. You know, I don't have to really be sarcastic. Hold on, hold on, sarcastic. Yeah, that's how you say it. Yeah, I don't have to be sarcastic at all. I don't. And honestly, I don't feel any like I have to explain myself. If I just want to get it out, I can get it out. I don't mind being open about that. I don't. And hell, I feel like whatever I may say is no different from anybody else out there. Everybody else got their opinions, but when people listen and they may not like what you're saying, or they may think that it's about them, they automatically assume that you're talking about them, and all of what you are saying you shouldn't be saying because it sounds like the little boy that cried wolf, or you crying over spilled milk. You know, I'm very aware and I'm knowledgeable about everything. Trust and believe. We all have the same internet. I see things just like you see. So therefore, am I going to get upset anytime someone decides to bring up certain situations? Not really. I may not want to hear about it, but at the same time, if I was to do the same thing to you, don't get mad about it. But I'm not that petty to the point where I want to do that because I don't care about what people are saying about you. I don't. I don't. I don't be caring like that, you guys. I really don't. This is just YouTube, and I don't take it seriously. It's just somewhere there where we can just vent a little bit, talk. I would say strangers or people that may stay in your state, whoever. You know, it's like a communication app. You know, and we just sometimes some of us can relate and some of us cannot relate to each other, and it is what it is. But when I have a moment where I'm, you know, throwing an arrow at somebody, don't think that you are in the way of getting hit, even though that people people are doing, and at the same time, can you at least take accountability for certain things that you do as well? I'm just saying. I mean, does that make me a whiny person? I'm not being whiny. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just being honest. You want me to take your constructive criticism to heart and take it into heed? Can you at least accept mine? Accept my requests. What I'm asking from you. That's how I feel at times. Honestly, honestly, it's the truth. It is the truth. It is the truth. But there's no need for people to get upset or mad. You know, I'm trying to figure out what the hell I'm gonna eat. But before I do, I'm gonna get up and out of here, you guys. Ain't nobody mad, upset over here. But sometimes you gotta keep sometimes when you call, when you see things, sometimes you just gotta call them out. You know, and it seems like sometimes people don't want you calling certain things out. When it comes to their behavior, because sometimes their behavior can be very very shitty. You know, it can be. I don't want to rub off. I don't want to. Well, really, I don't want to be rubbing off bad energy or vibes when I'm around people or people that choose to listen to me. I don't want to do that. I don't. Mm-mm. I'm gonna still be myself. I'm gonna still be myself, and and look, I'm gonna watch what I say. And I believe a lot of the times, so many people are so used to being, just brutally honest. They're not even being. Look, they're not watching their boundaries and their steps into what they are saying. You know, like for real, because I wasn't expecting that this morning. That was a little. That kind of threw me off a little bit. I didn't get touched in my spirit, but I didn't too much care for that. You know, I didn't care for that at all. Sure didn't. But I'm not mad or upset about it. It is what it is. If it happens tomorrow, the next day, there's no need for me to even acknowledge it, because that's just who people are. And that's just how the people rock. Sometimes your pain gonna get laughed at, no matter what it is. Mm-hmm. It is. But don't be upset when someone has an opinion about how you made them feel or how you came off and did this and did that. Everybody is entitled to their opinion, especially when you get on here displaying certain things and acting in certain ways. Honestly, it's the truth. It's the truth. Some people can't even have conversations nowadays, and I don't understand that. You know, if someone is disagreeing with you and you can't accept that, you know, or if they done been through something traumatic, and you feel like they're not obligated to really speak on anything, what's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? That individual seemed like he got a problem. I ain't gonna lie to you. I really do believe that. Like, you just always so hostile. Like you want to be on ready all the damn time. Anytime that person will come up and hit the panel, look, the numbers start dropping, and people just get irritated in the chat because he brings a negative vibe. He does. Y'all know he does. He was talking so fast, I thought he was gonna get ready to speak in tongues. I'm like, damn. Gave me all. He put the gas on me. The gas on the brother. But it is what it is. I am not upset. Hey, dear self. Dear self. Food junkie came at me kind of wrong, because I did about that whole that husband thing. I stood on business, and I meant what I said. And he didn't like it. Calling me a little out of my name. I don't know if he was there or not, but I don't know if he's seen it. But I didn't mind giving him my. He act like you ain't supposed to have no opinion. You supposed to agree with him. And if you done been in some shit on YouTube, you damn sure can't say nothing. Please, please. When we judge, look, when we have different opinions of each other out here doing videos, get out of here. Because honestly, what happened with Sean Bradley and him, that should have stayed private if that be the case. But you said you brought it out here, and I know why you brought it out here because you wanted attention. That's what you did. You wanted attention. Want to be seen and counted and heard. Ain't nobody stupid out here. I see exactly what you was doing over the years. I just didn't say anything about it. It's a few of you niggas. It's a few of you niggas out here that's like that. Y'all know who y'all are. That's why they sit on panels. You know, trying to get their name out. And then once their name is out there and popping on their channel, when they go back to their channel, hell, they didn't have to do too much work, hard work. They already there. He said, I don't listen to pen confusion face. Ooh. Have I heard you saying that other day when you mentioned him flipping on you? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, nigga, come take a Prozac or something. Calm the fuck down. Like, ugh, ugh. I don't get it. I don't get it. Something ain't right. Too emotional. I mean, just too emotional. Like, and then my thing is, for you to come to YouTube about some things that you was talking to another nigga, well, worse. Like, damn, what are you doing? Ain't that against the vows that you two made? Mm-hmm. On that day, when y'all got married, ain't that against the vows? That's stepping out, if you ask me. That's cheating. That's cheating. I'm not even married, and I know that. Yeah. I hope it ain't going out. Okay, we're back. I said, wait, what happened with him and this being you talking about them phone? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Phone bounce. Yeah. Like he said, he admitted it that he came out here and he shared that. You didn't have to share that. You want to talk about me and Tommy's situation, but baby, you came out here and shared that. I'd have come out here sharing anything sexually about what I done did with my mate. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever we may have did. I didn't have proof of that. I didn't share. I don't give a damn what has been put out there. He didn't do that, and I didn't do that to him. Shit. Yeah, Teddy. Yeah. That should have stayed private. But oh no, you want to be the next thing, the next big thing popping. You popped all right. You worked out for you. You had 100 people in the room here and there. You still got an audience, but you kind of you be kind of like sounding very, very hypocritical at times. I ain't gonna lie, and it's really hard to listen to an arrogant, cocky person. Just talks about themselves and everybody else is just beneath them and not shit. Baby, please. I don't like folks like that. Please come back down to earth. Get out of your reality, and get back down to reality. Mm-mm. I don't know what these people they be so I ain't nothing wrong with going to school and getting your education, but don't be looking down on other people because they're not they didn't have that option, and if they did they couldn't really go you know because of other reasons. I mean, it's just people just like that, and when I say that, I'm not talking about Jay Wilson when I say that. Look, they got misconstrued too. Like, but at the same time, this morning, some bullshit. And I didn't, no, I didn't, I wasn't rocking with that this morning. That was some bullshit. It was like, oh, let's make fun today of you and this and other people. Like, damn. And now it's don't watch, don't watch. No, it ain't don't watch. It's just you don't want me watching you don't want me to watch the bullshit that you want to continue to talk about when it comes to, or whatever may have happened, and other things. You don't want me to watch that because you say I get touched in my spirit, but I don't get touched in my spirit. I'm just human. So he's on his high horse, but he said I like pig, I like people like that, except for Jay wide hip full flat butt. Oh my goodness. Oh, my cataracts is acting up on me. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But yeah, and see, look, I can have a different of opinions, and look, like we look, me and you don't have to have an argument, but some folks can't even have a conversation. Can't even have a conversation. Like I don't get mad at people that support me and we have a different of opinions. Sure, we just people. That's how we are. You know, that's how we are. Hey, Virginia Beach, how you doing? Yes, indeed. That's just how we are. But you guys, I'm not gonna hold you too long. I'm ready to get up and out of here and finishing handling my day. You know, for the time being, get ready for tomorrow. But it's been real, you guys. Thank you for coming on through, and God bless you. I'm out of here. But yeah, that was just really crazy. Like, why are people over here predicting like, oh, the second coming? That's all, you know, that's something that's been going around a lot, you know. But it's like, if you really know the word, if you really believe in God and trust in God, you know that no one on this earth can even, you know, come to a conclusion that what day it's going to happen or predict it. You know, no one can. Mm-mm. I would just say, just continue to do what you got to do for yourself, whoever you may believe in, you know, and just be ready whenever that day or time comes. You know, just be ready. All right, you guys, I'm out of here. Be blessed, you guys. My cannonballs. I love you.